Welcome back to Old Folks Racing PlayStation. We continue to cover the Wildcard Challenge. This is round 3 out of 5, so it's 2 more races with the Mercedes 190E DTM car from the early 90s, and today we are at the amazing circuit of Bathurst in Australia, Mount Panorama. What an amazing challenge to go around this circuit with this particular car. And we should have plenty of good racing is what we expect with close racing and lots of passing opportunities as well, and a pretty good field as well by the looks of it. You can see we have 12 drivers here, and Delphi Moura, he's back and he's on pole position, followed by Jorge Jesus with that green livery. Second row it's Dale Taylor and Scott Davely. Third row Gonçalo Mota and Simon Allen. Fourth row Diogo Silva and championship leader Darren Head with that famous red livery. Fourth row it's Jumbo and Peter Adrian, and on the fifth row, sorry, it's Jumbo and Peter Adrian. Sixth row it's Cavallen and David Emge. Cavallen again not qualifying that well. Let's see what he can do in the race. He does tend to go up during the races, and it's going to be 9 laps of excitement here at Bathurst, and away we go, and it's a good start by Delphi Moura. There's a bit of pushing and shoving there in the middle, in the midfield, but it's Delphi Moura who's going to lead into turn 1, followed by, there's a 4 wide situation there at the back. Let's see if they all made it, and yes, they all made. No, Dale Taylor has had a problem. He is in 12th place. Darren Head has also had a problem. We are going to see a replay of what happened here with Darren Head and Dale Taylor. Let's look at this from Darren Head's perspective. Dale Taylor seems to have got the worst out of it, and it seems that these two have collided, and that 4 wide was probably not a great idea there, as it was Diogo Silva who's had a good start. A bit of pushing and shoving there between Diogo and Darren. Diogo Silva trying to recover ground. Now they're absolutely 4 wide because there is Gonçalo Mota, and Gonçalo Mota is in that 4 wide, and so is not Simon Allen, not Dale Taylor. Gonçalo Mota is in there. Darren Head, Diogo Silva, and Jumbo. Someone else is in there. That's Scott Davely. No, that's Jorge Jesus. Someone else is in that middle. In that, see if you look at Gonçalo Mota, that's the driver to the left who is behind. That's Diogo Silva. That number 5 is the driver that we need to identify, and we shall see who that is. That's Gonçalo Mota. I'm sorry, that took me a while to figure this one out, but let's see. Now 4 wide situation here is not great, as Darren Head easy. No, Darren Head. Dale Taylor tried to go around. Something happened to Dale Taylor. He just cut across the track, and then Darren had absolutely nowhere to go. Let's look at this from Dale Taylor's perspective. Seems that 4 wide was never going to work really, and Dale Taylor ends up having the worst out of it. Let's have a look at what happened here. Dale Taylor, not the greatest start. He gets caught by Gonçalo Mota on the left and by Diogo Silva on the right, and then 3 into 1 won't go. I believe it was Diogo Silva that hit him as he was turning in. Yes, it was Diogo Silva that hit Dale Taylor when he was turning in. Let's look at this from Diogo's point of view. As he did a good start, but then just turned in a little bit early, not necessarily early in normal circumstances, but definitely early. That's a bump with Darren Head. Diogo Silva had a great start. Now he's trying to overtake Darren Head and ends up just turning in a little bit early, and there was Dale Taylor trying to hold on to that position. With Gonçalo Mota on the left, so clearly 4 wide there. Probably Diogo Silva should have been a bit more careful, and Dale Taylor and Darren Head ended up colliding, but it's Delphi Moura who is leading this race now into the top of the mountain. They go. It's going to be up from here, as we have, pretty much everyone is now. Dale Taylor is back in the race, of course. Let's have a look at what's happening here on the midfield with more action, surely, as they get through a single file situation. There's a bit of a hit on the barrier there. I believe it was Darren Head. Darren Head is up to 9th already, by the way. He's on the chase now and is bumping into pretty much everywhere, but at least is doing so in a very fast way. The race leader is Delphi Mora. Is already at the top of the mountain for the first time. What a view we have here. Now it's down, down, down. Delphi Mora, followed by George Zush, followed by Scott Davely in 3rd place. Nicely done there by the American driver. 4th is Simon Owens. 5th is Gonçalo Mota that survived that 4 wide with no damage and no delay. 6th is Jumbo. 7th is Diogo Silva. 8th is Kev Allen. Kev Allen already up into 8th place. As we are now in the big straight, and look at this. This is and the pushing and shoving there. Delphi Mora has had a problem. Delphi Mora has had a problem. What happened to Delphi Mora? I believe he may have made a mistake. He may have hit the wall, we're told, and he was with a comfortable. Yes, he just lost it on his own, and you can see here coming through this very tricky corner. He's completely out of shape, and then he is now gets overtaken by. George Zush, and then bumps into Scott Davely. This is going to be interesting here at the straight, as it seems to me it's Delphi Mora that's ahead. Delphi Mora is still ahead. Delphi Mora is still ahead and has the ideal line as well. No, Scott Davely is ahead. Scott Davely is ahead. Look at the Simon Allen wants a piece of this action too. This is amazing stuff as they go now through and Delphi Mora spins. Delphi Mora spins into Scott Davely. He's in the gravel trap. He will get out of there, but what happened to Scott Davely? Scott Davely is also stuck. He's not stuck. And he spins again. The grass is very slippery indeed, and he has to, he's going to drop to last place surely. After this incident, we'll get a view of what happened here. You get a view of what happened here, and someone is pitting, and George Zeus is in the lead of this race, followed by Gonçalo Mota. We'll have a view of what happened with the leaders, and particularly with George Zeus, but let's have a look at this incident from Scott Davis' perspective. And I think he had nothing to do with this one. He was just minding his own business and then got hit. But let's have a look. He's ahead of. Initially it's Delphi Mora who's ahead. Now clearly Scott Davey is ahead, and he's probably drafting also from race leader George Zush. He's ahead into the corner, and then Delphi Mora just went into the grass momentarily, but then completely lost control of the car, and that's what happened here. As Gonçalo Mota did a great job going around Simon Allen. Let's have a look at this replay from Gonçalo Mota's perspective. He jumped there a few positions. That is quite impressive. Simon Allen had to take avoiding action. So look at this. Gonçalo Mota is in 5th place. Simon Allen has to brake hard and momentarily goes offline, and here comes Gonçalo Mota. And contact between the two of them, but Gonçalo Mota is ahead of Simon Allen as they complete lap 1, and the guy loving this is George Zush, because he's opened a gap of almost 2 seconds with that incident, and he leads lap 1, followed by Gonçalo Mota, followed by Simon Allen, followed by Jumbo, followed by Diogo Silva, Kev Allen, Darren Head up into 7th already, despite that crash on the opening lap, and he wants more. He wants to put pressure on Kev Allen. So this is going to be interesting here. This battle with Kev Allen is already going defensive there on the first long straight of this Mount Panorama circuit. Darren Head in 7th. There is a bit of a gap. Dale Taylor, who was dead last in turn 1, he's already up into 8th place. Then is David Emge, and then the drivers that have been delayed, who are Scott Davely and Delphi Mora, and something has happened to Peter Adrian. We haven't seen what it was, but we are going to try to find out in our last replay for the opening lap. So Peter Adrian wasn't running last necessarily, so something probably happened to him. Let's see if he had any off-road excursion. He is overtaken by, he's in 7th here. He's in 7th and ahead of a lot of people. And then ahead of him is Scott Davely, who is recovering. No, he's already in 12th, sorry. This didn't really work very well. He was already in 12th. He had lost time earlier, so we don't know what happened, but Scott Davely is still ahead of Peter Adrian as they complete lap 1. Let's go back trackside and see what's happening at the front of this race. It is lap 2 and Scott Davely is defensive there in turn 1 from Peter Adrian. Scott Davely actually going after Delphi Mora, who has had another moment and actually gets the position and goes up into 10th place. Delphi Mora down into 11th from pole position. He has a lot of work to do. These two drivers are undoubtedly very, very quick here at Bathurst, but they will have to work their way up the field. Not such problems for look at this massive scramble here. That's Jumbo, Kev Allen. There he, oh, and Kev Allen is off. Jumbo is off, sorry, Jumbo is off. Is up into 4th place. Kev Allen has gone ahead of Diogo Silva as well. There he is at number 91. He's now in the sandwich between Kev Allen and Darren Head, as Jumbo keeps losing a bit of momentum. Now they are at the top of the mountain. Simon Allen, no, that's Kev Allen in 5th place. I apologize. Kev Allen going after Jumbo. Jumbo is struggling. He's had an off moment and he's been losing momentum going up the mountain. Now he's got Kev Allen all over him. This is the battle for 4th place. Simon Allen is the driver that is ahead of them as they go through the long final straight for the 2nd time. Ooh, look at this. Kev Allen is all over the place, but he is quicker than Jumbo. Diogo Silva is trying to protect from Darren Head. In fact, Darren Head is coming. Darren Head is coming for Diogo Silva, and so is Kev Allen coming on Jumbo as well. This could be a double overtake. They are both on the inside. Let's see if they go through this section cleanly. And it seems to me that Kev Allen is ahead and Darren Head is ahead. So double overtake there as Kev Allen goes up into 4th place and Darren Head goes up into 6th place. And Darren Head wants more. He definitely wants more. Jumbo is losing momentum in the last couple of laps. He's going to go defensive here, but Darren Head is going to go on the outside. Doesn't really work there on that corner, but they complete another lap with George Zuz in the lead, followed by Gonçalo Mota, followed by Simon Allen, but then is an absolute scramble here. 4th is Kev Allen, and he looks hungry there. He looks hungry. He's going after Simon Allen. He's going after Simon Allen. He's in contention for a podium. There is Jumbo, there is Darren Head, then is Diogo Silva, who's also losing a bit of momentum, now in 7th. Dale Taylor is 7 seconds back from Diogo in 8th place. Then is Scott Davely, and we have a massive scramble here as well with David Emke defending from Delphi Mora. Delphi Mora up into 10th spot now. Delphi Mora up into 10th spot. Scott Davely already has overtaken David Emke as well, up into 9th. So these two are continuing to go up the field. The question is, until when can they go? As we see here, Jumbo is with Darren Head all over him, and Simon Allen is actually losing a little bit of momentum as well, because he's got Kev Allen all over him as well. This is great battle here. Oh, and Darren Head and Jumbo, a bit of a collision there, but they both survive it. Darren Head a bit of pushing and shoving there. Now he hits the wall as well. Here comes Jumbo on the inside again at the top of the mountain for the 3rd time out of 9. We are going to complete 1/3 of this race as they cross the line, and Diogo Silva now wants a piece of this action too. He's down in 7th spot as and he cuts the chicane there as well. Darren Head also with a race line that was not the ideal racing line. Darren Head in 5th place now, but I want to see Simon and Kev Allen, and actually they are getting to the back of Gonçalo Mota as well. Top 4 are not that far away from each other. Look at this race leader Jorge Jesus on lap 3, followed by Gonçalo Mota, and their 2nd is the gap. Gonçalo Mota is again challenging for a victory here. Then is Simon Allen, then is Kev Allen, then is Darren Head, then is Jumbo, and Diogo Silva is going on Jumbo. Diogo Silva is going on Jumbo, and he's going to try to make the overtake. Jumbo goes into the grass, but keeps control of the car and keeps control of the position as well. And he survives to fight another day. Diogo Silva now has a good exit there, but I think he's too far behind to make a move in the last corner. Yes, he is. Then is Del Taylor. Del Taylor is off at the chicane as well. Followed by Scott Davis. Scott is getting to the back of Dale, and Delphi Moura is not that far behind. Then we've got David Emge and Peter Adrian. Peter Adrian not having a great race. He's had some great races this season, but this is not one of them. He lost time on the first lap and he's really not recovering that well. He is 10 seconds behind David Emge. We'll keep an eye on that gap as Del Taylor shuts the door on Scott. And something happened at the front because Gonçalo Mota has lost an enormous amount of time and he's lost 2 positions to the Allens. So we're going to see what happened here to let's go on board with Gonçalo Mota to find out what happened. He seems to have lost it. Yes, he's lost it at in turn 1, isn't it? Yes, it is turn 1. Oh, just too much wheel spin, rear wheel spin, and now he's a bit of a passenger because he's lost a lot of momentum, and you're going to see 2 cars going through here. This looks like rush hour in Mount Panorama. Here goes Simon Allen, and I think Kev Allen is going to go through as well. Kev Allen is going to go through as well. He's probably on the inside here. We cannot see the camera, but yes, he's on the inside and he does clear Gonçalo Mota as Gonçalo drops from 2nd to 4th in a matter of 1 straight. Here comes Darren Head as well. Dennis Jumbo, Dennis Diogo Silva. Del Taylor continues to defend from Scott Davely as Kev Allen is really on the back of Simon Allen again. There is leader George Zuj. Then there is a bit of a train here with Simon Allen, Kev Allen, Gonçalo Mota, Darren Head, and they are now 4 seconds ahead of Diogo Silva. Diogo Silva, by the way, has overtaken Jumbo. We haven't seen that, but he's up into 6th spot. 7th is Jumbo, 8th is Dale Taylor, defending big time from Scott Davely. You keep an eye on that battle. Scott Davely was closer, in fact, a few corners ago, and he's now must be thinking about Delphi Moura sitting behind. Meanwhile, the race leader George Zuj is on his own now, almost 1.7 seconds from Kev Allen. Gonçalo Mota. Oh, something has happened to Kev Allen. Something has happened to Kev Allen. This is a bit of a roller coaster of a race. Oh, and something happened, and something bad happened to Kev Allen. Oh, he hits the wall there, and then hits Gonçalo Mota and gets hit by Darren Head as well. But I think that he was just trying to rejoin the track, and he now has to contend with Diogo Silva. He just made a mistake at the top of the mountain, and then lost a couple of positions as a result. This has allowed Simon Allen to be now a little bit with the breathing space. Third is Gonçalo Mota. Gonçalo Mota has to contend with Darren Head. By the way, Scott Davely. Oh, something happened to Del Taylor. Something happened to Del Taylor. Oh, and Del Taylor has not had a great race so far. He was punted into turn 1, and this is interesting. This is very interesting indeed, and I suspect that have other drivers been part of this or not? Del Taylor. Oh, Del Taylor. Well, he was out of shape, but how out of shape was he? There he is. He's very aggressive there at the top of the mountain. Hits 1, 2, and then gets hit big time by Scott Davely. And the admins will have to look at the use of the reset button. It is quite narrow out there, but and he's did he get hit again by David Emge? Don't think so. Or did he? No, he did not. Let's have a look at this from Scott Davely's perspective. He had absolutely nowhere to go, I believe, and it was just a blind corner. And Del Taylor was in the middle of the track. Yes, nowhere to go. And look at the physics of Project Cars 2. Delphi Moura, nice job there going around Scott Davely up into 8th place. Del is now back in the race in 10th. As we go back to closer battles here at the front with Gonçalo Mota. Really, oh, Gonçalo Mota, oh, and collision there between Gonçalo Mota and Darren Head. Darren was trying to go around, and Gonçalo was a bit out of shape. They end up making contact. And look at this, Darren Head now has Kev Allen all over him again, and Diogo Silva is back in the mix as well. This is a complete roller coaster of a race, 4 laps out of 9. It's quite difficult to keep track of all the changes as Kev Allen looks very racy there, as Darren Head has lost a bit of momentum after that contact with Gonçalo Mota. Kev Allen once more, Kev Allen definitely once more, and he is again on the charge trying to recover from that incident at the top of the mountain where he lost 2 positions to Darren Head, and Gonçalo Mota is now trying to recover one of those positions as Darren goes defensive there into turn 2. No chance in there, and Gonçalo Mota is again trying to, and Darren Head almost, well, not almost, he does hit the wall, and he's gonna get taken, yes, he's going to get overtaken by Kev Allen. Kev up into 4th place, Darren down into 5th, Diogo Silva keeps 6th, and Jumbo wants a piece of this action as well. We'll keep an eye on other battles. Del Taylor has, oh, look at this, and Darren Head again into the wall, as did Kev Allen as well. So a lot of this is tricky with this car. Of course, it's very tricky to control this car now with already we're on the 5th lap out of 9. Tire wear becomes a problem, and there is absolutely no runoff areas. Look at this sliding there for Diogo Silva at the top of the mountain. That number 91 up into 5th place. Oh, Kev Allen has had a moment there. Kev Allen has had a moment, and they go side by side there with Diogo Silva. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. This is, everyone is just having moments all the time. Here comes Darren Head on the inside. Darren Head on the inside. Nicely done there by Darren. A bit of pushing and shoving as you would expect. And Kev Allen, oh no, that was Simon Allen. I'm sorry, that was Simon Allen. Simon Allen has had a big moment and lost 2nd place. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. It was Simon Allen, not Kev. I do apologize. He was going slowly. He probably had a big moment at the top of the mountain there for Simon. And yes, it was. Look at this on his own. He's completely out of shape. This is very similar to Del Taylor. Well, he's still in the middle of the track. And Simon Allen did, oh, and then he gets hit by Gonçalo Mota, and inevitably, at least he did not use the reset button, which is great to see. Simon Allen, that is Diogo Silva now going side by side with him, and Simon, and look at this, is very opportunistically there. Darren Head is going to take the inside line there and get the job done. So Darren Head back into 5th, Diogo Silva down into 6th again, and Kev Allen now into a podium position. And the driver that has benefited the most with this is race leader Jorge Jesus. He's ending the 5th lap now, and he's now has a cushion of 6 seconds with all these shenanigans happening before him. Look at Kev Allen almost going through Gonçalo Mota. Kev Allen up into 3rd place, and Gonçalo Mota trying to hold on to that 2nd place. Then it's Simon Allen, then it's Darren Head, then it's Diogo Silva. And Kev Allen definitely wants that 2nd place. Let's look at things from Kev Allen's perspective. Look at this. This is a lot of people in here. 4 drivers. That's Simon Allen, Darren Head, Diogo Silva, and Jumbo. And then Delphi Moura is up into 8th place, but he's still more than 10 seconds behind. Then it's got David Del Taylor. Peter Adrian has also overtaken David Emge for 11th. Big battles here are for 2nd place between Gonçalo Mota and Kev Allen. Kev Allen is all over the back of Gonçalo. He feels he's got the faster car at the moment, and now he's going to try there on the outside, as also Simon Allen defending big time from Darren Head. And Simon Allen makes another mistake there. Simon Allen makes another mistake. He's lost the position to Darren Head. He's lost the position as well to Diogo Silva. Diogo up into 5th, Darren Head up into 4th, and now Simon Allen is absolutely going in the wrong direction in this race. He was in 2nd place at one point. He's now sitting 6th, and that's not good, as we are now reaching the last third of this race. He continues to hit the wall. Simon Allen not and look at this, Kev Allen is all over the place there at the top of the mountain. Gonçalo Mota trying to hold on to that position. The gap is now 6 seconds at the front. Jorge Jesus is running away with this race, and we are going to have another winner here in this wildcard challenge. Nice exit there from Gonçalo Mota, but nicer exits from Kev. Let's see if Kev can do the job there, and it seems to me that he's not going for it. Is he going for it? No, he's not. But look at this, Simon Allen is going for it. Simon Allen is going on Diogo Silva. Simon Allen, he wants that 5th place back. Simon Allen wants that 5th place back. Diogo Silva, they run side by side. Can they run side by side there? Can they run side by side? Sort of. No, Simon Allen is in the grass. Simon Allen is in the grass. What happened to him? I don't think they made contact, but Simon Allen ends up getting the position. Did he get the position? And through a rather bizarre no, did they make contact? Simon Allen was ahead and he had plenty of room there, but he just ran out of room. There was no contact, and now he is cutting the chicane, and I believe he has completed the pass through a rather egregious well, he's giving the position back now. Yes, he's giving the position back to Diogo Silva. He did not complete the pass. He's back into 6th place. Now this has allowed Darren Head to check out a little bit from these drivers, and Simon Allen immediately putting on the pressure on Diogo. He probably has a bit more pace at this point. Lap 7 out of 9, 3 laps to go. And Simon and Gonçalo Mota is again having to contend with Kev Allen on the outside now. The gap is 5.9. These drivers are going very fast, considering they are battling with one another. They run side by side there through the corner. Gonçalo Mota tries to give Kev room. Well, he just gave barely enough room to Kev Allen, but now Kev is on the inside. He held on to that. Can he do it on the inside? No, he cannot do it on the inside right now. Gonçalo Mota, nicely done there. As we move into this other battle, and look at Jumbo. Jumbo wants a piece of this. He's been sitting in 7th place, but now with Diogo Silva and Simon Allen battling together, he wants a piece of this. Simon Allen loses it again there on the ascent to the mountain. Let's look at Gonçalo Mota. Gonçalo Mota has done a great job. He's cleared a few car lengths. He's got himself a bit of breathing space, maybe just enough to hold on to that 2nd position, because here comes Darren Head. Ooh, and Gonçalo Mota lost it there at the chicane, lost a bit of time. Here comes Kev Allen. This is going to be interesting to see. This is going to be interesting to see here in the Conrad Straight, because overtakes are possible. Darren Head is coming with a lot of momentum. Oh, and Gonçalo Mota all over the place. Oh no, 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 no. Gonçalo Mota loses 2nd place to Kev Allen, and he's going to lose, surely. He's going to lose again. No. Is he going to lose the position to Darren Head? Let's see what is going to happen. Don't think so, but look at this. It's side by side again. Simon Allen and Diogo Silva. The previous lap, Simon Allen ended up on the grass. Now he's ahead. He's ahead of Diogo Silva, and he's back into 5th place. Here comes Darren Head on Gonçalo Mota. Gonçalo Mota trying to hold on with that podium. Now he makes a mistake there. He makes a mistake. Only a couple of laps to go. Kev Allen from the back of the grid is up into 2nd place. What a race for Kev Allen. Absolutely brilliant stuff. Absolutely brilliant racing. A couple of mistakes for Kev Allen, but overall an extremely solid performance. 2nd place from the last row. 3rd place is Gonçalo Mota. 4th place is Darren Head. 5th place is Simon Allen. 6th is Diogo Silva. 7th is Jumbo. Then Scott Davey has gone ahead of Delphi Moura. Delphi Moura not having the greatest race today from pole position, and he's off again. Del Taylor in 10th. Then it's Peter Agen and David Emke. They're all running still. There is a race leader, by the way, Jorge Jesus, that green livery. We haven't seen too much of him because he's been out there at the front. Kev Allen is reducing the gap. Look at Kev Allen, 2:24.385. He's absolutely flying. He wants that win. The question is, does he have the time? Does he have the time to get there? 4.3 seconds. Gonçalo Mota trying to hold on dearly to that podium position. Darren Head wants that podium position, and there's still a lap and a half to go, and by now the tires are completely gone. The way these drivers have been driving and battling with one another, there's not much left in terms of grip. And look at Darren Head, almost lost it there, recovers back. But this is the problem right now. You do have to press on and be aggressive. It's just 1.5 laps to go, but you have to be aggressive in a way that you are not going to have any issues. Keval, let's look at the lap times now. At the start of the last lap, the live gap is there, 4.2 seconds. Still sounds like quite a lot, but it's a pretty long lap here. Gonçalo Mota holding on to that third place. Then is Darren Head and Simon Allen. Darren Head had a problem there, exiting into the Conrad straight. That surely is going to hurt. Gonçalo Mota in third place. Then is Darren Head. Then is Simon Allen. Then is Diogo Silva. Then is Jumbo. Then is Scott Davely. Scott 7 seconds behind Jumbo, but now is a little bit too far for just 1.5, well, pretty much 1 lap to go. Let's look at the lap times. Look at the gap, 3.8 seconds. Let's see the times of the leaders. Let's see, Jorge Jesus is going to be the first to cross the line, and his time is at 2:24 flat, and Kev Allen 2:22.810. He's absolutely flying. The gap is 3 seconds. It was 6 seconds just a lap ago. Can he do it? Gonçalo Mota seems to have be holding on to that third place, and in fact it's Darren Head that's coming under pressure from Simon Allen. Darren Head did a 2:23.2. Gonçalo Mota also a very good time, 2:22.990. He and Kev were the fastest drivers, together with Scott Davely and Delphi Moura on that particular lap. Simon Allen also 2:32.8. Then drivers that are losing steam are, well, Jorge Jesus in the lead, but he's just controlling it. Diogo Silva is falling back, and look at this, almost lost it there. Jumbo is falling back, 2:24, but too far for Scott Davely to go. Let's look at the, oh, that's some action there. Surely that was, oh, it was Darren Head. Well, Darren Head is back into the mix. On this final lap. Still a podium finish to decide here. Kev Allen is actually not that far behind. Now the gap is increasing. Is now 3. Well, oscillates a little bit but I don't think that Jorge Jesus is under any immediate threat. Still the gap more than 3 seconds and just a few more corners to go. Kev Allen has done a great job, but he's not going to win the race most likely, as Gonçalo Mota, look, is all over the place there on the braking point, but he did manage to get, crucially, a good exit, unlike Darren Head. Darren Head is now vulnerable. Darren Head is not going to be vulnerable. Look at this, it's Simon Allen. Darren Head thought he was going to put pressure on Gonçalo Mota. In fact, he's the one under pressure from Simon Allen, as Jorge Jesus gets very close to the line, but shall see how this is going to pan out here. Here comes Simon Allen. Simon Allen is on the inside line there, but can't get the job done. And can he get it done in the braking point? Oh, he almost hits Darren Head at the back. He might have hit. No, Simon Allen has had a problem there at the exit, and it's going to be Jorge Jesus that's going to win the race. Jorge Jesus, great drive from the front row. He is going to win the race. Second is going to be Kev Allen. Third is going to be Gonçalo Mota. Nice job there holding on to that position. Darren Head in fourth. Fifth is going to be Simon Allen. Sixth is going to be Diogo Silva. Seventh is going to be Jumbo. Eighth is going to be Scott Davely. Ninth is going to be Delphi Moura. 10th is going to be Delta. Oh, Delta is he stopped on the track? No, he's not stopped on the track. Apologize for that. 10th is going to be Delta. 11th is going to be Peter Adrian, and 12th is going to be David Emgate. 3 drivers yet to cross the line. What a race we had here at Bathurst, like we predicted, with a bit of action, a little bit of controversy, and extremely close and good racing at the end of the day. There comes Delta to take final position in the top 10, and then is going to be Peter Adrian right behind, actually not that far behind, and David Emge also inside there, as he's going to cross the line. But it is Jorge Jesus, Kev Allen and Gonçalo Mota are your podium finishers today here at Bathurst. We'll go straight into the second race, of course, as they will do it all over again here at Mount Panorama. Great racing we had in this Australian circuit, so let's do it all over again, and it's race 2 right after this, and we hope to see, of course, close racing. There you can see the elevation change there in that graphic representation of the circuit. You can see they go up to the top of the mountain and then down again. So, of course, a very, very iconic circuit with supercars and also the GT3 12-hour race, which is always one of the highlights of the motorsport year, in my opinion. In February, a race that starts very early in the morning during night time and then goes on until the end of the afternoon. It is absolutely brilliant, because what we see here in Project Cars 2 actually happens in real life, with the exception that it tends to destroy cars. And look at this, qualifying for race 2. Jorge Jesus, the winner of race 1, is on pole position. Simon Owen now in the front row. Diogo Silva with good qualifying in third place. Fourth is Darren Head, Dennis Gonçalves Mota and Kev Allen on third row. Delphi Moura only 7th, what he can do, followed by Scott Davely in 8th. 9th is Jumbo, 10th Peter Adrian, 11th is David Emge, and 12th it is Dale Taylor. 12 drivers again at the start. Let's see what happens here at the start, and away they go. Nice start by Jorge Jesus, nice start there by Darren Head as well. Darren Head and Diogo Silva. Darren Head is ahead of Diogo Silva up into third place. Diogo Silva on the inside there, trying to recover the position. And let's see what, and there's a bit of a the two separate incidents there. I believe one of them is Kev Allen. Kev Allen is in the middle of it, and so is Delphi Moura as well. No, Scott Davely is again. And Scott Davely is involved in it, and Delphi Moura, the same drivers that were involved in race 1, are involved in race 2. Let's have a look at things from Scott's perspective, as we had two separate incidents with Kev Allen also going off the road, as that advertising board for Project Cars 2 is taken down. It seems to me that this was a bit of a chain reaction. Yes, I believe so. Let's have a look again. We have a bit of a 4 wide there into turn 1. This is in 7th place is Scott Davely. Ahead of him is Gonçalves Mota. Darren Head is ahead of Diogo Silva. Diogo goes on the inside line. Kev Allen is the driver, that yellow and white car. And I think he's going to, he just got together with, and then Gonçalves Mota got together with, and then, and this has been a quite complicated incident, because Delphi Moura also got taken off the track by, I believe, Gonçalves Mota. So let's have a look at what happened here. Now Gonçalves Mota is, so there's a tangle there between, so Diogo Silva is on the racing line. He is ahead of Kev Allen. Kev is now almost off the track, and then they tangle. We'll see things from Kev Allen's perspective in a moment. But Gonçalves Mota, I believe he's going to take avoiding action. Yes, he's trying to run away from Kev, and ends up bumping Delphi Moura off the track. And now Delphi Moura is coming back into the track. And Scott Davely is coming with quite a lot of momentum there, and overtakes Gonçalves Mota, and then hits Delphi Moura, who's trying to rejoin, and they're all pointing at the same piece of real estate there. And almost get collected again. Let's have a look at things from Scott's perspective again. So this is probably deserving of a second replay, as he was trying to overtake Gonçalves, who was reacting to Kev. But yes, so Gonçalves Mota is coming from left to right, and Scott just decides to go left, and then at the exact moment that Delphi Moura was rejoining. Well, the other driver we want to have a look at is Kev Allen, because he had a tangle with Diogo Silva, and Diogo Silva another tangle on the first lap. But this one probably more of a racing incident. Let's see what happened here. So Kev thinks he's got a bit of a, well, very difficult to see who's ahead, but it's still Diogo ahead in the leaderboard. Then Kev sees that he's coming towards the racing line, goes offline, and then they just connect, as Diogo probably didn't see him as well. So all sorts of chain reactions there. As you can see there, the collision between Delphi Moura and Scott Davely again connecting, but the driver that seems to be oblivious to all of this is Jorge Jesus. He's ahead of Simon Allen, second place, and Diogo Silva almost losing it there. In fourth place, 50th is Gonçalo Mota, that was recovered well from that incident. Ahead of Jumbo, Peter Adrian now up into 7th. He's having a much better race too so far, at least on this opening lap. Dale Taylor up into 8th, and David Emge up into 9th place. And then the drivers that got delayed by that incident, Scott Devlin, by the way, he's lost 6 seconds. He spent a second time. It just took him quite a while to get going, and he's now 6 seconds behind Delphi Moura at the back end of the field, as the race leader is Jorge Jesus. Is he going for 2 out of 2? It seems to be possible. There's still plenty of racing to go. The driver who is now making moves is Darren Head. Darren Head is wants that second place. He wants a shot at victory, and this is still the opening lap. Plenty of racing to go. Diogo Silva 4th, 5th is Gonçalo Mota, and he's under pressure. No, he's not under pressure. It's I believe Peter Adrian. No, not Peter Adrian. Yes, Peter Adrian is under pressure from Dale Taylor. By the way, David Emge also under pressure from Kev Allen. Peter Adrian still ahead of Dale. Dale also wants to have a better result in this second race. He started from the back. He's already up into 8th place, and he's already in the grass as well. But let's see, lap 1 has been completed by race. Oh, Jorge Jesus is off. Oh no! Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Jorge Jesus spun in the last corner. Here comes Darren Head. We will get a replay of what happened, but this is absolutely amazing. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Jorge Jesus completely lost it, and Simon Allen absolutely nowhere to go. And of course barriers are very close to the track here, and well, Jorge Jesus is just he did 9 laps in race 1 without a single mistake. Now he's already out of shape. He does hit the wall, and then nowhere to go, absolutely nowhere to go for Simon Allen. There goes Diogo Silva into 2nd place. And Jorge Jesus amazingly, no, there goes Gonçalo Mota into 3rd. Jorge Jesus into 4th now, and Simon Allen continues to be behind him, but they both got jumped by Diogo and Gonçalo. Darren Head takes the lead of this race, so he wanted that lead, but he was not expecting it to be so easy as Jorge Jesus spun, and then Simon Allen hit him. But now we have a new race leader, and he was the race leader already on lap 1. Darren Head, followed by Diogo Silva in 2nd. 3rd is Gonçalo Mota. 4th is Jorge Jesus. Let's see what Jorge can do from there. He was look at this, he's under pressure already now from Simon Allen. Simon Allen wants that position, and he's going on the outside there. Probably is not going to work, as Jorge will have the inside line here. Other battles, let's see how this Peter Adrian and Dale Taylor battle is going. By the way, Kev Allen is ahead of David Emge, and Delphi Moura is about, well, not quite to go ahead. Let's see. Diogo Silva sliding a lot there. Diogo sliding a lot there. Gonçalo Mota 3rd. 4th is Jorge Jesus. 5th is Simon Allen. Things seem to have sorted out a little bit now. 6th is Jumbo as well. Nice job there from Jumbo. Again in holding on. Oh, and Jorge Jesus is going to go round again. Oh no! Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Jorge Jesus is going to go round. And and reset button use again is going to be a yellow card. Automatic yellow card, unfortunately, for Jorge Jesus. for use of the reset button. Again, drivers know that they cannot use this. He's now side by side with Peter Adrian. Peter Adrian is ahead of him, and Jorge Jesus is absolutely going backwards in this race. He's already collected a yellow card. And he's starting to think about the recovery race. We still have plenty of racing to go here. Lap 2 has been completed with Darren Head ahead of everyone, and that's a very common sight in this championship, as Darren Head is going perhaps for another win. Second is Diogo Silva. By the way, Darren Head's 4th place in the previous race was his worst result of the season. He's running away with this championship. Second is Diogo, third is Gonçalo, fourth is Simon Allen, then is Jumbo in fifth. Something happened to someone. Well, it was, oh no, something happened to Kev Allen. Kev Allen has had a moment, possibly a big one, and I have a strong suspicion of where this took place. Probably at the chicane at the end of the Conrad Straight, and the question is, did he have any assistance, or did he do it on his own? And well, it wasn't there, but somehow he has dropped back from Jorge Jesus. Well, this happened before and we hadn't noticed it, but Kev Allen did such a good job in race 1, going from the last row of the grid into second place. And well, what happened to Kev Allen? Oh no, he was delayed already. I do apologize. I'm just mixing up things. I apologize. It was because of Jorge Jesus going. Sorry, I'm completely now mixed up. Kev Allen, of course, had that moment in lap 1 that has delayed him. He is still ahead of Delphi Moura. Peter Adrian now has been overtaken, by the way, by Dale Taylor, and this is Jorge Jesus recovering from his off at the start of the Conrad Straight. Dale Taylor, by the way, up into 6th. Nicely done there by Dale. And yeah, I do apologize for the mix-up. As Scott Davely has now reached the back of David Emge. Battle for 11th place. 2 American drivers in this field. They're sitting 11th and 12th. But Scott Davely, of course, has been delayed by that accident on the opening lap, as another lap is going to complete quite soon, as Scott Davely tries to go around David Emge battle for and Scott is doing a nice recovery, because Delphi Moura was like 6 or 7 seconds ahead. David Emge defending well there as well, but I believe Scott does have a bit more momentum and more pace. And let's see if he can complete the pass into turn 1. Not quite. Nice respectful driving between these two drivers, but Scott Davely probably is thinking that he should complete his overtake as soon as possible to have a shot at going for a top 10. Then is Delphi Moura recovering it to the 2:25, not particularly fast time. 9 is Kev Allen, then is Jorge Jesus. And by the way, Dale Taylor has lost the position to Peter Adrian, so Dale Taylor again. This is a nice group here, 6th, 7th, 8th, including the man that started on pole and won race 1. And 9th is Kev Allen. He wants a piece of that action too. Here comes Dale Taylor whoa. This is Dale Taylor. No, sorry, this is Kev Allen on Dale Taylor. Dale now dropping into 9th place. He's lost 2 positions to Jorge Jesus and to Kev Allen. Jorge Jesus up into 7th place now. And he's going after Peter Adrian. Apologies for the camera mix-ups. Nice battles here at these 6th, 7th, 8th and 9th position. Very close battles. We'll keep an eye on the top 5. No. There's a big mix-up there with Peter Adrian spinning. And oh dear, this is not exactly a very safe rejoin for Peter Adrian, but was he turned around or did he spin on his own is our question, as he loses a lot of positions. In fact, he drops all the way down to 12th. Disaster there for Peter Adrian, but I'm not sure if he had assistance or if he's already spinning or if it was a combination of the two. So let's have a look at what happened here. He's coming on. Let's have a look perhaps from George's perspective. The breaking point, well, Peter is clearly ahead. Oh no, Peter is already losing it. Peter is already losing it. The question is, would he spin on his own? But he did start spinning on his own, and that this is perhaps not the greatest rejoin by in Fox Racing PlayStation history, as he did not use the reset button. Delphi Mora got a bit of a scare there, but survived that one. So updated order of running. Your leader is Darren Head, end of lap 3 now. Diogo Silva, Gonçalo Mota, Simon Owen and Jumbo. Then it is a little bit of a gap there of around 5-6 seconds. We have pole position man Jorge Jesus up into 6th. Up into 7th goes Del Teller. 8th is Kev Allen. 9th is Delphi Mora. 10th is David Emge. And now he's under pressure from, I believe, Scott Davely, now completing the pass. Nicely done there by Scott. Going up into the top 10. David Emge down into 11th. And then 12th is Peter Adrian. And there's a bit nice battle here for last position on the top 10. Let's keep an eye for battles here. And it seems to me that Del Teller is starting to feel the heat there from Kev Allen. And George Zush has done it again. George Zush was sitting in 6th, now he's sitting in 9th. And did he have another moment? Yes, he had. He's sitting down at the exit of pit lane. And this is a rather rotatey way of doing this corner. Did he use? Yes, he used the reset button again. So admins will need to have a look whether this is a situation for points deduction or if it's because on the same race it's a yellow card still. But George Zeus not having a great race, and now he's getting into trouble with the stewards as well for use of the reset button. I believe the precedent is a yellow card even if you use the reset button twice on a race. I believe this has happened before once. I can't remember who it was. I suspect it was Kev Allen a while ago, and I believe his punishment was a yellow card, but certainly one for the admins to consider. But in any case, the biggest problem for George Zush is that he's sitting down in 9th place from pole position. Darren Head is running away with this race. He's probably running away with this championship as well, but perhaps a little bit too early to claim victory because it's just 4 laps out of 9. Diogo Silva in 2nd place, now starting to feel Gonçalo Mota behind him. Gonçalo Mota doing a great job again. He finished on the podium in race 1. He's on the podium position here, and he probably wants that 2nd place from Diogo Silva. Simon Owen, who was very competitive as well in race 1, he's sitting a couple of seconds back. Let's look at the lap times. Now it's critical. These drivers are running in free air, mostly without incident. Of course, this as soon as you get to 6th place, then is mayhem all over again, with the potential for everything to go haywire in every corner. Here comes Kev Allen on Dale Taylor. Kev Allen on Dale Taylor for 6th place. Kev Allen recovering from that opening lap incident and doing a good job there. He was in that nice little group with Dale Taylor, George Zush and Peter Adrian, that now is just composed of Dale Taylor, and up into 6th goes Kev Allen. He now is running now in free air as well. So let's look at this. Look at Darren Head at 2:21.875. That absolutely mighty fast. Diogo Silva and Gonçalo Mota almost identical lap times, but they are on the 2:23s. Simon Owen, he's quicker, but not by much, just half a second. Jumbo is on the 2:23s as well. Kev Allen is the man on the move. He's done the 2:21.626, fastest lap of the race. No, he's not, because Delphi Mora has done faster. But Kev Allen, despite the fact that he had to clear Dale Taylor, he is running very, very fast. Indeed, the question is, can he make up those 5 seconds that separate him from Jumbo from a top 5 position? Then it's Dale Taylor. Then is Delphi Mora. Delphi Mora also in recovery mode. Almost losing it there. He's done the 2:21.602. That's basically 3 seconds faster than Del Taylor. who might have done a mistake on the previous lap. Not sure that's actually the natural pace of Del Toro. He's probably way faster than that. Then it's Scott Davely. Then it's Jorge Jesus, who is trying to tame that car. Now he just needs to put his head down and try to recover as many points as possible. We never know what bad results are around the corner, and he might think that he's going to drop the result, but it might be that he's not able to. In fact, I think he missed the previous round, so he's definitely not going to be able to drop these results. So points maximization is the name of the game. Peter Adrian in 11th, and then is David Demge, and a bit of a shame for Peter Adrian as he was running so well. Maybe he could have recovered from that situation at the start of the corn rod, but he just started spinning, and possibly there's no way to avoid contact with Jorge Jesus. But let's have a look again at the underlying pace that's critical at this stage of the race. As we are now past the midpoint of this race, we're entering the second half of it, and there ahead is, and look at Gonçalo Mota. He's now under pressure from Simon Allen. Simon Allen is coming. Let's look at the lap times again. Everyone running in free air. 2:23.6, not a great time for Darren Head. Diogo Silva 2:24.3, not a great time either. Not a great time for anyone in the top 4 except perhaps Simon Allen, who's done 2:22.797. The drivers on the move are Kev Allen and Delphi Moura, who are still faster than the drivers ahead. Everyone seems to have slowed down on this lap for some reason, but this little group here is going to be interesting because we still have 3 laps to go at the line, so almost, well, 3.5 laps to go as it stands. Gonçalo Mota in 3rd spot. Gonçalo Mota also coming to the back of Diogo Silva, and we've seen this over and over again with a few drivers, including Diogo Silva. That is, the second half of the race is a bit of a struggle, and Diogo Silva certainly would like to finish on the podium today. Let's see if he can hang on to that position, and well, he seems to be sliding a lot, and Gonçalo Mota also sliding a lot and almost leaving the track there. Let's have a look at look at this. Del Taylor has had a problem. He's done a 2:30. He's done a 2:30, and he's now got Scott Davely for company. He was doing very well in 6th place. Now 6th place is taken by Kev Allen, with Delphi Moura in 7th. Del Taylor in 8th. 9th is Scott Davely. 10th is Jorge Jesus, and Jorge Jesus is getting to the back of Dale as well. Well, he's still a couple of seconds behind, but let's have a look at this. Look at this. Something has happened to Gonçalo Mota. Something has happened to Gonçalo Mota. He has lost ground here. He has lost a position, and this is crucial. Simon Allen now on the podium position. But what on earth happened here with Gonçalo Mota on lap 6? And the answer is that he turned himself around there, and he ends up the right way, but loses the position clearly to Simon Allen. Simon now going after Diogo. We'll keep an eye on that one. Kev Allen, how far is he from Jumbo? It's 4 seconds. They can see each other. Delphi Moura can also see Kev Allen. Scott Davely is a little bit further back. Del Taylor is, well, Del Taylor has lost a position again to Scott Davely. Del Taylor not managing the tires very well probably, and is having troubles now in the second half of the race, and he's got probably Jorge Jesus for company very, very soon on board with the pole position man. Jorge Jesus, also the winner of race 1. Let's look out for battle. Simon Allen is 3 seconds, 2.5 seconds, well, make somewhere like 2 seconds away from Diogo Silva, and he was faster than Diogo in race 1. Jorge Jesus trying to hold on to that pursuit of Del Taylor. And let's look at the lap times. Of course, Simon Allen, not the greatest lap time on this one. He was trying to avoid Gonçalo Mota as Gonçalo was spinning in front of him. On board with Jorge Jesus, battle for 9th place. Ahead of them, it's the American driver Scott Davely in 8th spot. And this is Simon Allen going after 2nd place. Let's keep an eye on that one, lap 7, 8 and 9, so 2.5 laps to go. Oh, look at Gonçalo Mota. Gonçalo Mota has really not is really not taking defeat on this one, as he's right at the back of Simon Allen, so this is absolutely not over. Jumbo in the top 5 position, running on his own, could have Kev Allen for company. Kev Allen is consistently faster and still has a couple of laps to reach. Then is Delphi Moura, then is Scott Davely, Del Taylor, Jorge Jesus. Let's see how this battle between Del Taylor and Jorge Jesus is going, as Dale is actually reaching the back of Scott Davely as well. Scott will have to contend with these two drivers in the last stages, and he's now made a mistake there and lost time. Here comes Del Taylor, here comes Jorge Jesus. This is absolutely brilliant now. These battles at this time of the race, it's really tricky because your tires are gone. You want to be aggressive, but you won't want to be too aggressive, and you may end up as a hero or as a zero. Everyone hits the wall there. Pretty much everyone will be out of the race already if this was real. Simon Allen has checked out from Gonçalo Mota and has found Diogo Silva now, as they have still 2 laps to go. Darren Head, by the way, has a 4.3 second. He's absolutely flying to victory, another victory again, which means that Darren will have won a race in every round. Is 3 victories if he completes this one. Well, and he's got pretty strong results. Battle for 2nd place, Diogo Silva and Simon Allen. We all know how this one ended. Simon Allen did overtake Diogo Silva on the previous race. Let's see how that goes here, as Jumbo is now found by Kev Allen and Scott Davely. Let's see what's happening in here. Scott Davely, Del Taylor and Jorge Jesus. Only a couple of laps to go here now, as Simon Allen is now attacking actively the 2nd place of Diogo Silva. And oh, look at this, Jumbo has lost a position to, how did this happen? Let's find out. Jumbo lost a position to Kev Allen, and this I think is a recent development, as Kev, well, he was ahead, was he? Yes, he was, and this I think was job done in the straight. He's on the inside here, and well, Jumbo not leaving a lot of room, but leaving just enough. And Kev Allen up. Ooh, Jumbo tries to hold on to that position, but Kev Allen has the inside line, almost contact, but not quite. That was a good move there by Kev Allen up into the top 5. Then it's now Jorge Jesus at the back of Del Taylor. Let's look at Simon Allen. What can he do to get that 2nd place? Diogo Silva is struggling. You can see it there sliding around, and Simon Allen has been, oh, Simon Allen hitting the wall big time there. But fortunately no time lost. At the top of the mountain on the 8th lap, and Diogo Silva is all over the place in that chicane. Now this is the time of the race where bad things start to happen, and Simon Allen has been very quick on the Conrad straight. Can he make a move here? Can he make a move? He is certainly in the mix here. Oh, look at that. This is the 3rd time that this has happened, and Diogo Silva is going to give him the outside line. Can he do it? Can he do it there? Oh, look at this. More speed through the straight, and I think it's going to be job done. It's going to be job done for Simon Allen. Can Diogo Silva hold on to it? It seems to be no. Simon Allen completes the pass up into 2nd place. Diogo Silva down into 3rd. Then it's Gonçalo Mota. Then it's Kev Allen. Then it's Jumbo, Delphi Moura, Scott Davely, Peter Adrian, and Jorge Jesus has lost, he hasn't lost a position, but he has lost a little bit of time. Well, something must have happened a while ago, because also Peter Adrian was in 11th, he's now sitting 9th. So we have a suspicion that something may have happened between Dale Taylor and George Zouch, but this is just a suspicion because Peter Adrian, he wasn't very behind, but he was certainly behind the two drivers, and George was also behind Dale. So I'm wondering, yes, they have connected, they have absolutely connected, and it seems to me, let's see what happened here. This is an optimistic move. Well, there was a gap, or not quite a gap, but well, Dale Taylor was sort of out of control, but not quite. And now they are just dancing with one another. George Zouch, for his credit, does not use the reset button yet again, because if he used it 3 times, it would be somewhat tricky to avoid the points deduction, but he's still on 2 uses of the reset button. I have a suspicion the reason for that was because he couldn't reset, because Dale Taylor was too close behind, too close aside. Anyway, nice job for Peter Adrian that picks up 2 positions in one go. In fact, he's got a 4-second lead over these drivers now as they approach the last lap, so he's up into the top 10, which is good to see. By the way, we do have a retirement. That's David Emge has retired from the race, so 11th now is Dale Taylor, and that's not the position that he wanted after such a strong run earlier on. George Zouch in 10th place. He does keep 10th place, but he has, well, not the greatest race either from pole position after winning race 1. Peter Adrian up into 9th, and we are now starting the last lap of this race. Darren Head is going to win and consolidate his championship lead with 2 rounds to go, next time at Watkins Glen. Simon Owen in 2nd place, Diogo Silva en route for a podium position. 4th is Gonçalo Mota, 5th is Kev Allen. Kev still going very strongly today. Kev in 5th place. 6th is Jumbo. 7th is Delphi Moura. Delphi Moura has had a bit of a moment as well, 2:28. He's now out of contention for 6th place, and the 2 drivers that tangled on the first lap, Delphi Moura and Scott Davis, finishing 7th and 8th. 9th is Peter Adrian, as we saw, and well, George Zouch is still going on for 9th place. Let's see if he's able to do that. He's certainly would have the pace. Does he have the time is the question. There's only 1 more lap to go, and Simon Owen in 2nd place. Diogo Silva is closer, but too far behind to make any meaningful attempt. And Darren Head is going to win again. He's maintained his average of 1 win every round, 1 win out of 2. He's won half the races this season. Importantly, his other results are 2nd, and 4th. He's not making any mistakes. He's maximizing points, and as it stands, he is the championship leader by a significant margin with this Wildcard Challenge. And today he did everything correctly. He started on the 2nd row of the grid. He took over 1 position at the start, and then he benefited from George Zouch and Simon Owen tangling, but he's made absolutely no mistake. His pace has been incredible, and Darren Head is cruising to the checkered flag now in that famous red livery. There he is, just 1 more corner to go, and he'll be the winner of this race. Simon Owen going for 2nd place. Something has happened to Diogo Silva. Diogo Silva is off the track. Diogo Silva is off the track. What happened? What happened here to Diogo Silva? He lost it on the final. Was he trying to overtake Simon Allen or what? And the answer is not really. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, he just made a mistake. This is a very, very strange mistake. He's trying not to spin. He's still going to be ahead of Gonçalo Mota. Well, only just, as Gonçalo Mota is coming quite nicely there, and he's trying to go around. Gonçalo Mota is trying to go around, and oh no, he spins. Gonçalo Mota spins on the last corner. What on earth happened there? As he, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, he loses the position to Kev Allen, who finishes 5th. Let's have a look at this from Gonçalo Mota's perspective. Was he trying to make a move on Diogo Silva? But he was coming from a long way back there. But of course he's closing in. Now Diogo Silva has just been on the grass, remember? Yes, there you go. Diogo Silva has just been on the grass. He's obviously not up to speed as he comes into the last corner. Gonçalo Mota is coming from way back, and he's well, trying to make a move there, but then completely loses it, and does not use the reset button, to his credit. Loses 4th position to Kev Allen, and almost loses it to Jumbo, that finishes in 6th. 7th is Delphi Moura, 8th is Scott Davely, 9th is going to be Peter Adrian. Can he hold on to that 9th spot? Just a few more corners to go. A few more corners to go. Well, one more corner to go, to be precise. And I think Peter Adrian is going to get 9th place here, unless something extraordinary happens, and that's not going to happen. And Peter Adrian finishes in 9th. 10th is Jorge Jesus. 11th is going to be Dale Taylor, and Dale is going to be the last of the finishers in this race. But your podium for the second race is Dan Head, winning 2nd place Simon Allen, 3rd place Diogo Silva, followed by Kev Allen and Gonçalo Mota, completing the top 5. Thank you very much for watching this round. We will be back with more action from the Wildcard Challenge very, very soon. Until then, it's bye-bye.